In this video, I'm going to describe my experience with the Ibanez Sound Gear 5-string bass. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Dr. Mcfarland, and in my hunt for a new bass for the studio, I have the Ibanez Sound Gear. And this is a 5-string bass. And you notice that the sticker says it's a 32-incher. So that means it's a medium scale. I guess technically it's not a short scale bass, but it is a medium scale bass. A normal bass is 34 inches long. And I know that can come longer than that if you got like multi-scale and different options. But apparently this is a medium scale bass. And it feels pretty good overall. But let's just quickly go over these specs. So we have some very nice, I guess, Ibanez branded machine heads or tuners, as some people like to call them. The headstock is very nice, and all the strings go straight through the nut onto the tuning pegs. The strings don't fan out or anything weird like you see on a Gibson or other headstock type models. So that's very nice. This is made in Indonesia, which a lot of great instruments are made overseas these days, and Indonesia is definitely taking the cream of the crop. Stay tuned for some really cool things coming out of Indonesia, apparently, because everybody's just making their instruments over there. So this does have a place to put a 9-volt battery, because this is a active preamp and EQ circuit on the bass itself. We have a precision and a jazz, just like you would see on a Fender style bass. And this just gives you some extra tonal possibilities that you wouldn't get just with a neck or a bridge or a single pickup in your bass. I'm not sure the exact color, but it's definitely a metallic kind of seafoam green kind of look. And it's really nice. Looking at the back of the bass, you can see we have a nice belly cut that just fits against my big old belly here. And the body is just very smooth and it just feels really comfortable overall. All right, so let me plug in this bass and let's start hearing some tones. All right, so let's go for the interference test and hear what kind of sound we can get with just no playing at all. Maybe something over here around my Apollo X4 interface is maybe projecting some interference of some sort. I'm not really sure. But overall, it's very quiet, and I could always turn on a gate here on the Fractal FM9 if I choose to do so. But nothing's too bad. The electronic layout is master volume, a blend knob between the neck and bridge pickups. Then we have a bass knob here with a center indentation, and then we have a treble knob with the center indentation. So with everything at the stock settings, this is what this bass sounds like. So the first thing I noticed when I played this bass is either the action is slightly too low, or there's just not enough tension on the neck with a shorter scale. So the strings are a little bit more flubby than I'm used to. I can definitely hear it when my finger hits that 5th string. You can hear that clacky kind of sound, which may or not get into the recording, but you know, when you're playing and you hear all that clacking going on when you're playing around the neck, it's just kind of distracting. Okay. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, I can get around it, but you do have to alter your technique just a little bit when you fret any note on that lower string. This is a low B string, but like I said, with a medium scale length of 32 inches, I just don't think there's enough tension there on the neck. Okay, so this EQ is very powerful, and this is with the bass all the way up. It actually drives the signal way hotter, which is not exactly what I would want. I can put this all the way on the bridge pickup. And then bass back down to the center indentation. See, there we go. I didn't fret that note well enough and it kind of flubbed out. Okay, here's the neck. And this is both pickups together. Here is the treble pickup all the way up. And you can definitely hear, you can hear the interference there. Okay. So definitely a lot more bite, a little bit more spank in that kind of tone. You do need to be careful that it doesn't interject too much noise. Now the neck on this thing, I mean, obviously it's a little bit wider than a normal 4-string. So that would take some getting used to. But this is not uncomfortable at all. I mean, I don't have really small hands, but I don't have huge hands either. And I can play this bass really comfortably. You can notice when I'm playing those licks that I'm mainly using my first finger and my fourth finger to get that extra stretch. Because if I use my first and third, I just have to stretch my hand out a little bit more and it's not as comfortable. So over the years, as being a guitar player who also plays bass, I've just learned to use my first finger and my pinky for most of my whole step movements. And it just also helps you to strengthen that pinky as well, which will help you on other instruments. Now, if I'm playing higher up on the fretboard, I can easily play with my first and third fingers, but sometimes I fall back into the 1 and 4 fingers just because I'm so used to it. So is this a bass that you should consider? Maybe if you know how to give a different setup to get more tension on that low string. I mean, it's not horrible. I could probably put some more relief in this neck and maybe raise the action, maybe just like 0.5 millimeter, if anything, and maybe get rid of some of that buzzing. But for me, if I'm not totally happy or just in love with the instrument, there's really no need to keep it. So be sure you subscribe down below and click the bell because I have one more bass video coming down the pike that you may be interested in. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the Ibanez sound gear bass, and would this be something that you would consider buying? The actual model number is the SRMD 205 1P-01. So look this up on Sweetwater and click the links down below in the description. And whenever you buy something through those links, I get a small commission at no extra cost to you. And that's just a great way to help support the channel and help me get instruments in my hands so I can actually review for you guys. So thanks guys for watching. I am Dr. Mcfarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.